Hi guys, Danny here again with a small video on the same topic as before, my brush with the supernatural. But this time I'm just gonna make it a short one because this was before the last incident which I mentioned, which went on for a lot of years. The uncomfortable adventure with the unhappy spirit. So now this is just when I was new working in Bangkok. That was around 91, 1991. And maybe this was in 92 or 91. I don't recall, but we had, like in those days, a lot of firms, small firms like the one I was working for, an export firm with an office in a shop house, what we call a shop house in Thailand. It's just cubicles or one upon the other rooms. It's like a small shop downstairs and some rooms above, which is then converted to offices and so on and so forth. So this one was actually ground floor was a small warehouse. The actual warehouse was in a different place, and the first floor and was an accounts department, if I recall correctly, and the second floor was the main office with the staff and one small built-in room for the bosses, the manager, etc. And above that was the showroom, where we used to keep samples of garments, toiletries, other miscellaneous stuff which we used to offer to clients and export for them to their various African and other countries which we catered to those times. So, and above that was two more floors, which was those floors were used for staying for me and another gentleman there that time, who used to live on the immediate next floor, and then I used to live on the last floor. And my floor also had a small kind of a built-in kitchen. Both the floors, last two floors, had bathrooms too. No, the one which I stayed on, the last floor just below the terrace was having a bathroom, a built-in bathroom, which the guy who was my friend and colleague from the lower floor used to also use. And that one too also had a small kitchen which was used by the servants employed there to cook for us, etc. And also it included my small bedroom there. So I was living on the top floor, and the guy below was 1 year senior to me, and he was living on the floor below, and there was an office, etc. below that. So anyway, to cut a long story short, what happened was it was a Sunday, and the guy below had gone out with some friends, and that was maybe he had some friends, and he had something to do on the Sunday, so he went out a little early, and I was sleeping it off late on the Sunday, as most of us bachelors did during those days. Well, we also used to get the Bangkok Post in the home office there, and the cleaning lady from next door was a very kind old lady who used to work with us, and she used to come on the Sundays to clean it up and everything. A Thai old lady who used to work for the Japanese pottery guy next door, the gentleman who had a pottery company, hand pottery, which he used to do himself, and very nice people, also oldish people. So she was actually employed by him, but she used to come and work part-time and clean up the place for us, wash the clothes, etc., and hang them to dry on the terrace. So her name, we called her P1, as an elder sister or something like this in Thai, So she was coming in on Sunday and very early, while we guys used to mostly sleep it off because of the weekend, and we used to party on the weekend or something. And when she was leaving, she would just, like, lock the door, and below was a collapsible door, gate kind of, which was leading to the small warehouse immediately as you entered. So she would leave from there. She had a key for the lock, etc. So as it happens, I had got up late on the Sunday, and I had taken a bath, and I was just my buddy down had a small table with the chairs around on his floor. So the newspaper was lying on the table there. So I was looking for it. I found it, and just after a bath, in my towel, and having showered, I was just flipping through the newspaper with one leg on a chair and the other leg just supporting it, and flipping through the newspaper. Now each of the floors had air conditioner, so to keep the air inside, and use the individual floor to cool, and we had that kind of system, old system. So like my floor had an air conditioner in my room, and then as you got out and went down, you would open a door which was wood and glass, and that would be just self-closing kind of, with that kind of attachment, and then you would get down and go to the next floor. So each of the floors had a the top floor had just one door to get out, but each of the floors had like two doors at least, one to come in and one to get out, whether you come in from up or down. So I'm just giving you an idea of the kind of place it was. So I had my back to the door, and I was on my friend's floor, knowing he was not around, and just flipping through the newspaper, Sunday newspaper, Bangkok Post, before planning to, basically I was planning to get out and have some heavy brunch or breakfast kind of thing, So I suddenly heard the door behind me open up. It was just like, those locks which you turn around and open it up, and leave it to, kind of spring shut itself. And I thought it was a lady who cleaned the house, and I just half turned, because we're so familiar with her, and I said, you just finished your work, and but nobody answered me anything, and the door had closed, and the other door just opened, and someone went down, and I half turned, and from the corner of my eye could see a white apparition type image. So I suspected it was something weird, but I wasn't the trusting type, so I thought maybe it's my imagination. And it closed, and suddenly I had this goosebumps, and I was wondering what it was. So just like an ordinary kind of guy, and I wouldn't just get riled by something like that, so, or disturbed in any way. So I just followed it in my towel, and I opened up the door, and I went to investigate. I thought maybe I will just check if it's the cleaning lady or what. So as I went down, I opened the other door which led to the office, and like this I opened the doors leading myself down to the ground floor, and reached the collapsible grill, which was closed and locked, and there was no sign of the cleaning lady. And I was calling her name, and I actually spoke in a loud voice. So this was my I couldn't find anything, and then much later on, this export office was shifted to another area of Bangkok, and my boss was still leasing this office property, and he opened up a restaurant here, which we kind of helped him get it started, kind of an Indian restaurant. And the staff which was working there used to complain about a malevolent spirit, and one of them was maybe a little bit sensitive or what. He used to complain that the spirit comes in hits him on the head, in a playful kind of harassing way. So I don't know, this is maybe somebody's over imagination or what, but I saw what I saw, and like I have told you in the previous video, I don't get carried away by these things. So anyway, I never did find out what it was, but it was very suspicious, especially considering my latter experience with a very real way when I was in Dubai in a different building. So anyway, I hope it's been entertaining, this account of mine, and just once again wanting to express that I never believed in these kind of things as a child and as a youngster, but I have come to realize there are so many things in this universe, in this creation, which cannot be comprehended easily and explained. So anyway, stay with thought, and all the best. Take care. Right up to the next episode, and in case you like my accounts or whatever I talk about, do press the like button and do subscribe. Would be grateful and appreciate that. Thank you. Bye bye.